So friends, we have meditated for half an hour, 30 minutes. And there are people joining from different parts of the world. Collectively, we have done the group meditation. So what a great joy it is to meditate. And meditation is for enjoyment. In the beginning, meditation is challenging because too many thoughts comes. A lot of body pains, a lot of disturbance. It is there only for the first 40 days. Any person who overcomes the first 40 days with sincerity and seriousness, then they start enjoying the meditation. So the first 40 days is the main barrier, obstacle. Once you cross that first 40 days, then it becomes a joy. Meditation becomes a joy. And sometimes people ask the question, is it necessary to meditate throughout the life? Or few months or few years of meditation is enough? So once it becomes a joy, then you want to do throughout the life. For example, eating a tasty food, a sweet, is a joy to the taste buds. So we want to enjoy the tasty food throughout the life. Listening to nice music is a joy. So we want to listen to the music throughout the life. Similarly, meditation becomes a necessity once you reach a certain point of evolution. Meditation becomes a necessity. It becomes, in the beginning, for the beginners of meditation, meditation is not a necessity. But once you have become an advanced meditator, it becomes a necessity. Because unless you meditate, you cannot sleep. Unless you meditate, you cannot enjoy life. Okay. So the point to understand is take meditation as an enjoyment. Don't take it as a task. Take it as an enjoyment. In today's topic, the topic is about decoding life, understanding life. So many people ask the question, sir, what is the purpose of life? Sometimes people ask, I'm going through a lot of challenges in my life. Why I have to go through these challenges? Sometimes people ask, oh, I've been meditating and also I've been reading books and also I've been doing surveys, but still life doesn't seem to be the way I want. Why this is happening? So the answer to all these questions, Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita in one line. Arjuna was also going through the same thing in the battlefield. Why I have to kill my own brothers and guru, my own relatives, my own family members? Why I have to go through all those things? Why me? So when Arjuna was asking this question, Krishna answered in one line, Yogi Bhava Arjuna. So the very purpose of life is to become a yogi. In other words, self-mastery. Yogi means, people misunderstand. Yogi means a person who has the kashaya, orange colored dress, and who leads the family. No, that is not the definition of yogi. Yogi is the one who has mastered his life. So the very purpose of life is self-mastery. That is the answer. At any point of time, whatever might be the challenges you are going through in life, that challenges is there in your life for your self-mastery, so that you can master your own life, you can master your own self towards the self-perfection. So, the very purpose of life is to master life. Why we go through challenges in life is to master our life. Why we have to meditate? To master the life. Why we have to read books? Why we have to attend workshops? Is again to master life. What is self-mastery? What is mastering life? Mastering life is the perfection of yourself, your thoughts, your words, and your deeds. Your life is nothing but your thoughts, your words, and your deeds, your actions. So every situation in your life, every challenge in your life helps you to master your thoughts, your words, and your actions. Life, when you understand this, when you understand that every event in your life, every situation in your life is helping you towards the self mastery. The very purpose of life is to live life, is to master the life. When you understand this, the life becomes beautiful. When you don't understand this, life is full of confusion, life is full of chaos, life is full of challenges. But when you understand the very purpose of life, life becomes beautiful. In spite of all the challenges, life becomes beautiful. So this is the game. The game is to realize your purpose of life. And the purpose of life is to live life. You see, how interesting is it? The very purpose of life is to live life. And now comes the another question. So where do we get the guidance? We theoretically we understand many things. But when we go through the challenges, who is going to guide us? In that critical moment, when we are weak, when you are vulnerable, who is going to guide us? Who will help us? So you are our guru. So you are going to help us. Now the focus goes to the other person. Now the dependency starts. So many people start depending on the other person for guidance. Now, as long as you are dependent on another person for guidance, you cannot master life. As long as you are dependent on another person, you cannot master life. You cannot be an enlightened person. So you have to underline this. Enlightenment is equal to non-dependency. The very essence of enlightenment is non-dependency. In other words, the very essence of enlightenment is independence, self-dependence. This is the key. This is the essence of enlightenment. Now comes the question. If we become self-dependent, then where does the guidance come from? Where does the help come from? The help comes the help comes from your heart space. This is the real help. Self-help. In other words, it is called intuition. It is like GPS. Imagine you are lost. You are driving a car and you are lost. So what you do? You take the Google Maps and put the GPS on, and you put your current location and you put your destination to go, then the GPS will guide you. Similarly, your heart is your GPS for your life. See, in life, there is so much of confusion, so much of uncertainty, so much of unknown things, so much of fear. A lot of things are there. So it is your heart space which will guide you. You have to listen to your inner voice. But some people, they misunderstand their ego with their inner voice. Why they misunderstand the ego with their inner voice is because the voice of their ego is very strong. The voice of their ego is very strong, but the intuition or the inner voice is very subtle. Your inner voice or the vibration of your heart, both are the same. The vibration of your heart or the inner voice or the intuition is very subtle, and it doesn't interfere with your ego. It doesn't interfere with others' opinions. It is a very subtle voice which keeps radiating from within. So, to listen to the inner voice, you have to reduce the volume of the external noise. You have to reduce the sound of the ego. You have to ignore the opinions of others. If you give value to the opinions of others, you cannot listen to the inner voice. If you let your ego guide you, then you cannot listen to the inner voice. So the more you become humble, you think you know many things, but in spite of that, you should be humble. Then you are educating the ego. You should educate your ego. The more you educate the ego, the more you are able to listen to the subtle vibrations of your heart. The vibrations are very subtle, very, very subtle. How do you listen to that very subtle voice? How do you listen to that very subtle vibration? You need to be in total peace. You need to be in a space of silence. You need to be in a space of contemplation. You need to be in a space of prayer. You need to be in a space of surrender. You need to be in a space of meditation. Then you are able to listen to that subtle voice. And the quality of that inner voice, the quality of that inner voice is once you're able to listen to that subtle voice from within your heart, that guides you towards your life purpose. It is helpful to you, and also it is, and that particular direction, that particular guidance is not only helpful to you, it also benefits others. The voice of the ego superficially benefits you, but it doesn't benefit your life journey. It doesn't benefit your soul evolution. See, the voice of the ego doesn't benefit. The voice of the ego appears like it is benefiting you. It benefits superficially. The voice of the ego benefits on a surface level. It benefits your name and fame. It benefits your feeling grandiose. It benefits you feeling special. It benefits you feeling great. It benefits your power. But on the other hand, the voice of your heart, it benefits your soul journey. It benefits your soul evolution. And also it benefits others. It benefits you, and also that particular decisions helps others also. And it is not personal. When you listen to that voice, don't think you are very special, that God is speaking to you. No. It is nothing personal. It is nothing special. But rather, it is a, it is a very private connection. It is a divine connection you have with the God or the Creator or the creation. So every human has that connection. Every human has that connection. It's a personalized, private connection where in that private connection there is no external interference. It is private. It is between, the connection is between you and God. That's it. Nothing to do with your family members, your colleagues, your society. Nothing to do with anybody. Sometimes your inner guides you to take a certain decision, but that decision is not welcomed in the family. That decision is not welcomed in the society. But deep down, you strongly feel that this is the right decision for me. So once you are able to listen to that subtle decision, you become the most powerful person. Then you become unstoppable. You become powerful because you have the clarity. Clarity is power. Once you have the clarity, then nobody can stop you. But it is not so easy to reach that state of consciousness. You need a lot of sadhana. You need a lot of self-check. You need a lot of self-reflection. You need a lot of swadhyaya. You need a lot of guru sangatya. You need a lot of sajjana sangatya. Then only you'll be able to get into that space where the self-mastery happens. So the self-mastery happens through your inner voice, through your intuition. Until you reach that stage, you have to be in the path of sadhana. You have to be in the path of obedience. You have to be in the path of sincerity. At any point of time, if you feel arrogant, if you feel egoistic, then who will suffer? Only you will suffer. Nobody will suffer. The relationship between a guru and disciple is such a beautiful relationship where the guru is guiding the student towards self-mastery. In the beginning, it appears that the student is blindly listening to the guru. But if you observe very deeply, the guru is making the student prepared to listen to his own inner guidance. The guru's only effort is to make the student independent. That takes time. That takes sincerity on the part of the student. But half the way, the student thinks, oh, I've learned everything. The guru says, okay, Baba, thank you very much, you go. The guru loses nothing. But the student lost the eligibility. So to be in the spiritual path is not a joke. It takes lifetimes of sadhana. Okay. So now again, coming back to the summary of the topic, decoding life. As long as you are holding meditation in your hands, you do everyday meditation. You do everyday swadhyaya. And you do everyday sajjana sangatya. And along with that, every day allocate some time, either 15 minutes or 20 minutes, towards self-reflection, to see what you have achieved so far in this journey, what you want in this journey, and where you want to go in this journey. Have self-introspection. The self-introspection is all about your self-mastery, my dear friends. You introspect how perfect you are. You introspect how your words are. You introspect how your thoughts are. Is your thoughts egoistic or your thoughts humble? Your words are dominating, controlling, or your words are empowering? Your actions, is your actions ethical or unethical? Sometimes people have great thoughts and great words, but their actions are unethical. So that means the work needs to be done there. The perfection needs to be done there. So this you will understand only in your self-introspection. Nobody else will tell you. If you keep on listening to others' opinions, you will get confused. It is only your own self-reflection which will help you. I'll give you some example. In many spiritual organizations, in many ashrams, people are well dressed, well behaved. Their words are very sweet. Everything is fine. But when it comes to their own actions, you can see the mastery is not there. They speak about enlightenment. They think about enlightenment. But when it comes to actions, the actions are in some other direction. They don't practice intense meditation every day. They don't introspect. Or they involve themselves in unethical means. For example, asking for donations and using the donation for their personal benefits. Or they are behind some name and fame. Or they are stealing others' knowledge. That's very unethical. It is not their own experience. It is not their own knowledge. So when you borrow the knowledge from somebody, you need to acknowledge that I have borrowed this from the other person. I heard it from the other person. I read it in this book. That is ethical. Others' experiences, others' knowledge, you simply heard and you want to inflate your ego by saying that it is your own knowledge and own information. Then who are you cheating? You are not cheating anybody, you are cheating yourself. Every penny you earn, it should be through ethical means. Every rupee you earn, it should be in the righteous manner. You manipulate the people through your words and ask for donations. This doesn't lead to self mastery. So, who will tell you all those things? Nobody will tell you. You have to introspect yourself. So, along with doing meditation, along with reading books, along with Sajjana Sangatyam, along with the Guru Sangatyam, self introspection is a must. The more you do self introspection, the more you are decoding your life. Exactly where you are making a mistake. See, it is your job to identify where you are doing the mistake. And it is your job to rectify that mistake and learn from that mistake. Spirituality is all about learning. Spirituality is all about being a better human. Spirituality is all about being a perfect human, a yogi. Spirituality is not about how much third eye you have, how much astral travel you did, what kind of spiritual gifts you have. That is not the very purpose of spirituality. Spirituality is all about you. Spirituality is all about how responsible you are, how sensitive you are, how ethical you are, how perfect you are. And there is always a scope for perfection. There is always a space for learning. And every incident in your life helps you towards this perfection. Sometimes you go through a loss, a financial loss in the business, and it is a painful event. But why that event has happened? That event has happened to make you a better person. Any event, sometimes we lose a loved one. We are so attached with that person. And when that person is no more, then we feel so lonely. We feel life is gone. We feel very sad. Now, why that incident has happened? That incident has happened to shake you up, to make you realize that your journey is not dependent on anybody. You are born alone and you will go back alone. So your journey is a journey of aloneness. So at any point of time, you are stuck in your soul evolution. The events in life shakes you up to remind you that, hey, you are stuck in your life. You are heading in the wrong direction. Course correct. Change your direction and course correct. So the course correction is important. Every event in your life helps you to course correct. The more you meditate, the more you will have clarity in life. Very, very important point to understand. The more you meditate, the more you will have clarity in life. How you will have clarity? The more you meditate, the more the thoughts are reduced, the more the ego sounds are reduced, the more you don't care about others' opinions, the more you're able to listen to your inner voice, the voice of your heart, and the more you're able to see the things crystal clear. So meditation is a very, very necessary tool, my dear friends. And for you to meditate on your own, you need a lot of willpower. You need a lot of willpower to meditate every day. That's where the group meditation helps. For you to meditate by yourself, you need a lot of willpower. In the beginning, you may not have that kind of a willpower. So when you join the group meditation, when you join the Sajjana Sanghatya, that group energy helps you to have a certain discipline. And slowly, slowly, you will start building the willpower. You will start developing the willpower. Okay. So here the most important point to remember in this spiritual journey, the most important point to remember is you need to be aware of your ego, because it will burn you. Ego means you feeling special. The moment you feel you are special, you are stuck in the ego, number one. Number two, the moment you feel you know everything, you are stuck in the ego. Number three, if you feel you have come here on a mission, you have come here to help others, you are stuck in the ego. You have come here primarily to help yourself. That is the most important point. While you are helping yourself, you help others also. But the primary is you. Some people, they think they are here to help others. They are here to help the whole planet Earth raise the consciousness. So they are also stuck in the ego. Very subtle. These are all very subtle. So I've given you the 3 points. You need to be aware of this. And once you are aware of feeling special, you are aware of that this arrogance that I know everything, or you feel that you are here for others, you are on a mission. Once you are aware of these basic 3 qualities, then you become humble. Then you say, oh, I'm here for myself. Only I can help myself. Nobody can help me. Yes, I teach meditation, I give workshops, all the things, but still I have a lot of things to learn. So you become humble. You become humble and you learn from everybody. You drop your arrogance and ignorance. Ego is nothing but ignorance and arrogance. So you drop your ignorance and arrogance. When you drop your ignorance and arrogance, that means you are willing to grow. You are willing to learn. And another aspect is that it is your journey. Like you have your own journey, everybody have their own journey. And you need to respect others' journey as well. You cannot expect others to be like you. You know, sometimes in the family, when one person comes into meditation, then they feel the whole family should come. And they feel disappointed that their family members are not in meditation. So this is ignorance. This is your own journey. Like everybody has their own journey and everybody has their own free will. You have to respect everybody's free will. You should not judge others. Don't judge others. because everybody has their own journey and everybody has their own freedom, free choice, free will to learn their own lessons in their own time. Either they want to learn in this lifetime or after 2 lifetimes or after 10 lifetimes. It is their choice. You focus on yourself. That is very important. I'll give an example. The wife says, Sir, I'm meditating. I'm reading books. I'm doing service also. But my husband is not understanding. I have everything in life, but my partner is not understanding. What to do? The answer is very simple. Answer is very, very, very simple. If your husband or partner or wife doesn't understand you, sit and meditate. As simple as that. You focus on yourself. Why do you focus on others? When your partner is understanding, go for a movie. When your partner is not understanding, sit and meditate. Problem solved. The more you meditate, the more you will have clarity, the more you will have energy, the more your spiritual growth, the more the enlightenment, the more the celebration. For every problem, there is a solution. For every problem in life, there is a solution. And the greatest of all the solutions is meditation. Any problem you have, you meditate. You lost a job, no worries. Sit and meditate. You will find a better job. You have financial problems, no problem. Sit and meditate. You will find a solution. If your in-laws are not understanding, no problem. Sit and meditate. They will naturally understand over a period of time. The problem is when you open your mouth. Only when you open your mouth, the problem happens in the family. If you don't open the mouth, keep your mouth shut, keep your eyes shut, and sit and meditate, everybody loves you. Every husband loves a meditative woman. Every father-in-law, every mother-in-law loves a meditative. Vice versa. Every woman loves a meditative man. So sometimes the soul is so smart. It designs the life in such a way where it has a designer life planning. The life planning is designer. Designer means very sophisticated. Every turn of their life is a challenge. That kind of a life the soul designs, so that the soul has no other choice other than to meditate. So in the soul planning stage, the soul will plan, the soul will ask the spirit guides, this lifetime somehow I want to get enlightened. You please help me. Then the spirit guides will say, okay, don't worry, we will plan a designer lifetime for you. So in every nook and corner of life, there are challenges. That kind of a life planning they will come with. Because they have no other choice other than meditation. So if you are going through challenges in your life, the solution is simple, meditate. And you also have to understand the solutions doesn't come from outside. The solutions always comes from within. The problems, you think the so-called problems are from within. And the solution is also from within. And you also have to understand what you give, like what kind of vibrations you give out, what kind of feelings you give out. You will receive exactly the same from outside. If you give a friendly vibe, then you will attract a lot of friends. If you give the vibes of frustration, you give the vibes of injustice, then the universe will reflect that back. You will feel more frustration in life. So this is very important. What kind of vibes you are radiating is, you have to be very cautious. You have to be very careful with that. If you are radiating friendly vibes, then naturally the universe reflects back the friendly vibes. So this is the ultimate truth. You create your own reality. The very essence of Ashtavakra Gita is, if you want to put it in one line, the entire Ashtavakra Gita is Ya Matihi Sa Gatir Bhavit. As your mati, as your thoughts are, so is your reality. Thoughts means not only thoughts, it's also the frequency you radiate, it's also the vibes you give out. The very essence is the highest truth. You create your own reality. You create your own reality. Whatever is your abhiman. In the Ashtavakra Gita, this is again the essence. If you want mukti, you will get mukti. If you want bandha, you will get bandha. Abhimana, whatever is abhimana means your desire. What you love. You love mukti, you will get mukti. You love bandha, you will be in bandha. So whatever is your abhimana, you will get it. Whatever you love, you will get it. You love attachment, you will be in attachment. You love mukti, you will be in mukti. So abhimana means love, affection, desire. So if you want enlightenment, then your entire focus is on enlightenment. You meditate, your focus is that. You read books. When you're reading books, then you reading books adds up the tempo. It adds up, it intensifies the desire. It intensifies the quest. The abhimana, in other words, is quest. What you seek is seeking you. That is the essence, my dear friends. Whatever you seek is seeking you back. You seek enlightenment, enlightenment is seeking you. You seek attachment, then that is also seeking you. So every time you read a book, you are intensifying your quest for enlightenment. Every time you participate in Sajjana Sangatyam, or every time you participate in Guru Sangatyam, you are intensifying the seeking process. So whatever you seek, you will get it. If your focus is only on family, you think your husband or your wife or your parents, your children, that is your world. You're constantly putting energy to that. There's nothing wrong in it. But you have to understand whatever you are seeking is seeking you back. Family is there to enjoy. Life is to enjoy. Life is to celebrate. Enjoy the family life. Enjoy wealth. Enjoy all the luxuries. but don't be attached. If you are attached, then you are bound to suffer. So life has to be a balance. The final point in decoding life is life has to be in a balance. While you are intensely seeking mukti, mukti means liberation, liberation from all kinds of limitations, liberation from all kinds of suffering. While you are seeking intensely mukti, liberation, salvation, enlightenment, freedom, all the same, synonymous. While you are intensely seeking enlightenment, you enjoy the life without attachment. That is the key. Enjoy all the financial abundance. Enjoy your children. Enjoy your friends. Enjoy your husband and wife. Enjoy your parents. Enjoy means spend quality time with them. Enjoy time. But don't be attached. Because only this moment is real. Next moment, you don't know what will happen. This moment, you are sitting with a group of people and having a quality time. That moment you enjoy, fully knowing that the next moment, you don't know what is going to happen. The next moment, it may not be the same. So only this moment is real. So enjoy this moment. Don't be attached. When people are with you, have friendship with them. Make peace with them. Celebrate life with them. And when they are gone, say goodbye. Out of mind, out of sight. But some people, while people are with them, they fight. And after they are gone, they think about them. They weep. They cry. They regret. And they make their life suffering. That is not the right attitude. When people are with you, value them. Enjoy the quality time with them. And when they are no more, don't think about them. Enjoy the time who are available. Sometimes people ask, sir, I lost my close friend. So I'm feeling lonely. What should I do? Okay, Baba, your friend is gone. Make new friendship and enjoy time with the new friends. Past is past. Focus on the present. That is detachment. When you say past is past, I'll focus on the present. That means you are detached. So this is 50% enjoyment and 50% detachment. Where whatever is in front of you, people, money, wealth, whatever is in front of you, enjoy it fully. The moment they are not in front of you, then you are detached. All those things theoretically you will understand. But if you want to live a golden middle path, you need a lot of awareness, you need a lot of clarity, you need a lot of energy. So all those things you will get it with the practice of meditation, with the practice of meditation, with the practice of reading books, with the practice of Sajjana Sangatyam, with the practice of Guru Sangatyam, and with self-reflection about the self-mastery. The self-reflection about the self-mastery is very important. 5 things. Service eventually you will do. When you have meditation, when you have Swadhyayam, when you have Sajjana Sangatyam, and when you have Guru Sangatyam, especially a person like me who always emphasizes on service, by default you will be in service. So you don't need to worry about service, but your focus should be on self-mastery. Okay. So on this note, we'll conclude this session. Next week, we'll take question answers. Okay. Thank you very much. Namaste to all.